Here at ASCO 2024, we're presenting a subgroup analysis of the CARTITUDE-4 trial. So the trial, as many of you are familiar, compares Cilta-cel, a BCMA-directed autologous CAR T-cell product, versus a standard of care regimen, which was either Dara-PD or PVD, in patients who had 1 to 3 prior lines of therapy. And that was a very positive study that led to a publication, presentation at this meeting last year, and ultimately the approval in the US and other places for Cilta-cel in patients with 1 to 3 prior lines of therapy. So what we did here was zooming in on the patients with 1 line of therapy, because I think that's where there's more questions around whether the use of Cilta-cel is proper. And among those patients, there were 68 patients in each of the arms with 1 line of therapy, and 40 and 39 respectively had what's called functional high-risk disease, which is a disease that progressed within 18 months of the autologous transplant or the initiation of therapy for patients who did not receive a transplant. And what we saw is that there is still a very strong positive impact of Cilta-cel in the frequency and depth of response, as well as progression-free survivals along the patients with 1 line of therapy, which is particularly stronger in patients with functional high-risk disease. We also saw that there was no new safety finding. Actually, overall, the safety was very comparable between the arms, and no increase or change in the pattern of Cilta-cel specific toxicity, including CRS, ICANS, and other delayed neurotoxicity in this early cohort with more, dynamically aggressive disease. So I think it is further strengthened the data for supporting Cilta-cel on those patients who have an early relapse after initial therapy, and provide some more granular data that clinicians can use to make decisions together with their patients whether this therapy is appropriate for them.